Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Lexi Shanice, and today in this video we're going to be doing a little bit of a reading update. Sorry, my cat's out here. He's got the zoomies. I'm doing this in my living room because the lighting is better than rather in my room. So yeah. So in the last couple weeks, I have been reading. Let's talk about what I've been reading first. That's the only two books I didn't grab. Let me go grab the books I've been reading. All right, I'm back. Sorry. I took my hair down. I don't know if I want it up or down. My hair is a hot mess. I've been trying to fix it, but I think I might just have to wash it. Anyway, so I have started The Assassin's Blade. I've started this a couple weeks ago. I'm currently on the third book in this book. So there's like, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 stories in The Assassin's Blade. I am currently on the third one, which is The Assassin and the Desert. That's right. The Assassin in the Desert. This is what this is. I've been wanting to start the Throne of Glass series for a long time. Because I've heard so many good things about it. Actually, I am going to put my hair up. But I've been wanting to start Throne of Glass for a while. But I knew that I was going to read Fourth Wing first. Oh, that's the other book I forgot. I finished Fourth Wing, and I'm going to be going to Rebecca Yarros's book signing in November, on November 12th. Yeah, November 12th of this year. I'm going to be going to her book signing and that midnight release party. I am so excited. And yeah, so I finished Fourth Wing. I already pre-ordered Iron Flame. Anyway, so I started the Assassin's Blade book, and I'm in the middle of reading Silver Flames. I originally was going to wait to start the Throne of Glass series after I finish this, but I know this is going to take me a long time. So I'm like, why don't I just tandem read books in between while reading this? So I'm tandem reading these two. And I'm on chapter 41 of this book. So far, I really like where this is going. Right now in the book, Helion is visiting to help us figure out this whole mask situation. And he's staying at their court for a while to help out. He's also there to secretly help out with Feyre's pregnancy situation. I don't remember if this is he already knows about Feyre's pregnancy. They just told him. And I think Rhysand is going to tell him the full extent of it later on. I don't know. But yeah, I'm liking this book so far. Nesta is becoming less unbearable. I still like her being her, but I like that she's not as aggressive about it, if that makes sense. Like right now, she's kind of like, I don't know. She's okay. Like, she's very reserved, but like, she's not purposely being mean to people for no reason. And I guess even in the beginning of the book, she's not being rude for no reason. There's obviously a reason. But the beginning of the book was so hard for me to get through because Nesta was so unbearable. Like, I'm like, I gotta get through this for Cassian and not for Nesta. But anyway, these are the books I've been reading. I think after Assassin's Blade, I'm probably gonna start the second Inheritance Games book, the Hawthorne Legacy, and then go back to Throne of Glass, because I've been wanting to read the second book. I originally was going to start the second book of Inheritance Games, but I ended up starting Fourth Wing, which I did love. 5 stars all the way around. I love that series. I could talk about it forever. But yeah, so I think after, I'll be finishing this before I finish this, but after I finish this, I want to read Inheritance Games. And I think after Inheritance Games, I would like to probably going to go back to Throne of Glass and then read the Throne of Glass book and then kind of just intertwine other books while I'm reading Throne of Glass. Kind of what I did, or what I guess I started doing when I was in the middle of ACOWAR, A Court of Wings and Ruin, because Wings and Ruin is so long that I had to take breaks so that I didn't overwhelm myself with the book in a way. I don't know how to explain it. But anyway, these are the books I'm reading. And let's talk about the books I bought. Alright, first off, I got a Book of the Month book called The Strangers Upstairs. And I don't know why I picked it out. It's about a lady who moves into a house where a murder took place, and she is like renovating it, and she, you know, the more she renovates it, the more bad stuff starts happening. I thought this sounded the most interesting, and I thought, you know, I really only wanted book of the month because I wanted to read books that I usually wouldn't read. So I'm like, why don't I just grab this one? I also really like the cover. I have a feeling it's going to be really interesting. It's a nice, cute little, how long is this? It's like what, 200, it's only like 270 pages. It'd be a pretty, I could finish this in like maybe a couple days. But yeah, this is the book of the month book that I got for this month, September. So recently, right? Well, yeah, it was recently. I almost said, oh no, it wasn't recently. Recently, I went to a bookstore. In my town that I live in right now, we don't have that many bookstores. Like, we have Target. We don't even have a Barnes & Noble here. We have the bigger stores, but the ones that, like Target, I think, has the best book section because it's Target. But we don't have like a bookstore here. So my mom and I were going up to visit my grandparents. They were having like a barbecue party thing. So I was like, oh, could we possibly stop and see and go to, you know, one of a bookstore? Or like, I was thinking that we could go and stop in Barnes & Noble. But my stepmom was like, no, you need to go to this bookstore in Ann Arbor. It's called the Literati, and it's her favorite bookstore. So I got 2 books while I was there. Oh, let me grab them. I got the X-Hex with these, look at this, with sprayed red edges. I couldn't think of what it's called. I got this book. I've heard a lot about this book, and it's kind of becoming very popular. And I was like, I read the back, and I was like, you know what? Let's just buy it. I have a feeling I'm going to love this. It's also going to be a nice book to read because I've been reading a lot of heavy fantasy lately. Like, I've been reading The Fourth Wing and ACOTAR. And then, you know, especially if I start reading this while I'm in the middle of Throat of Glass, it'll be a nice reprieve because I've heard Throat of Glass gets heavy and heavy. But this is Assistant to the Villain by Hannah Nicole Mayer. I don't know how to pronounce her last name. I'm so sorry. But I was like, you know what? Just grab it. Just get it. So I got this book. And then I got the Crescent City first book, which is House of Earth and Blood. Again, I figured, you know what? Well, first off, I grabbed it because I'm like, I know that my local Target isn't going to have it. Because they're probably going to run out of stock super fast. And they're not going to, you know, restock the book until way later. But I knew that, you know what, why don't I just grab it now? I'm already this far into the Sarah J. Maas verse. Why not just pick up Crescent City? I've also heard Crescent City is kind of hard to get into, but I'm willing to do it. Okay? I just am. Which is why when I was at Barnes & Noble a couple days ago, I bought the Barnes & Noble edition of the book. I love this. Like, I love it. And yeah, I'm excited to start this book because I feel like Crescent City is the only series out of all of Sarah J. Maas's books that I know the least about. The only series that she has that I know the least about. We have Bryce, who is half human, half fae. She likes to party, savor all her pleasures, but then a brutal murder shakes the very foundation of the city, and Bryce's world comes crashing down. 2 years later, it still haunts her. And when the murderer attacks again, an infamous fallen angel hunt Athalar. Is there a freaking, is there not a, pronunciation chart? No, there's not. Anyway, let's read the rest of this. And then they get together and then they fight to unravel the mystery. That sounds interesting. But again, I've heard this is kind of a hard book to get into, especially coming off of like ACOTAR and Throne of Glass. But I bought them. This one is from the Literati. Literati, I think. It's like literature, but Literati. It's all, I don't know. Anyway, it was a cute little bookstore. It has like 3 levels, and it's like on the corner. It's like this really beautiful green brick building. I had never really been in a bookstore like that, so that was like a really interesting experience for me because again, we don't have that many bookstores. Like, we have the public library here, but And then we have our bookstore here, but they're not as up to date, you know. But anyway, yeah, I got these 2 books, and then while I was in Lansing, because I went to Lansing with my cousin on Tuesday, I got this, and I bought Caraval. I've heard a lot about this book, and I've been wanting to get it, but I was gonna wait a little bit because I feel like I've been buying a lot of books lately, and I'm only gonna be getting more books because I'm only going to be getting more books because I'm probably going to buy more books. I'm going to, get more parts of the series, because I also don't have all the Throne of Glass books. I only have 3. I have Throne of Glass, Assassin's Blade, Heir of Fire, and then whatever the 4th one is. And that's an 8-book series, so I don't even have the whole Throne of Glass series. Actually, I only have 2 sets of series in my book, whole entirety of all my books that are full series. Like, I have all of the books from that series, which is the Folk of Air series, which I got at Target a couple months ago, the Akatar series, and I think that's it. Really? No, yeah, that's it. So I only have Folk of Air and the Akatar series that are actually like I have all the books in my book shelves. But yeah, but anyway, I got Caraval because I'd heard a lot about it. I figured when I went to Barnes & Noble's, it said that if you like things like The Fourth Wing and you like Akatar or The Throne of Glass, you're probably going to like Caraval. So I was like, you know what? I like the cover of this. Like, look at this cover. But I was like, oh my gosh, I probably should read it. It's only like, it doesn't seem to be a long book. How many pages does this have? 395. So not a very long book, which is nice because I feel like you need a nice balance between long books and short books. Like, it's so nice having a balance of books because you have your books that are really long and then you have your like nice reprieve books. Like, after finishing Wings and Ruin, it's such a nice reprieve to read Frost and Starlight because it's only like 200, 300 pages. And it just, you can get through it really fast without having to take on another big book. And I'm also assuming the rest of Nesta's books are going to be like that, where after Silver Flames, they're going to have another big book and then a small book. Or, well, 2 more big books, a novella, and then Elaine's book. Because I've heard rumors that Elaine is getting a book. I don't know how true that is. I don't know how I feel about her getting a book. Like, I'm excited, but I miss my Feyre. Like, I love Feyre. She's my girl. I don't know. I'm excited, but I'm also kind of like, I don't know what's going to happen. So, but yeah, I think that's all I have. Let me go put, you know what, we'll just leave them there. I was going to say, I'm going to go put my books away, but I don't really care to. So anyway, I think that is all I have. I just kind of wanted to talk and chat about the books I got. And that was it. I didn't know what else to film because I had been wanting to do this video for a while, but I was like, you know what? Why don't I wait? My mom is in Tennessee right now. She had to go to Tennessee for a work trip. So I was like, oof, perfect timing to do my video is when she's not here so that I have the whole like living room area to myself. And the lighting in my room is not always the greatest. So I was like, I'll just film out here. Originally, I wasn't going to because I didn't know where to like do it, but it's fine. It worked out. All right. I think that's all I have. I just wanted to like, I think that's all I have for today. I just want to talk about the books I got lately, what's been going on, my TV, not my TBR, but like my, what I'm reading and what I'm, doing. I'm putting all these together so that they don't like sink into the couch. There you go, stay. But yeah, I have been wanting to do this video for a while and I just haven't had time because I've been doing school stuff. I figured, why not just do it now? Since, I'm dressed, I have time on my hands, I got an assignment done, why not, So, yeah, like last week, I tried doing this video, and the problem is I kept getting interrupted, number one, and number two, I was extremely tired, so I kept yawning in that video. So, I couldn't do it then, and then I was like, I'll just put it off. I don't like putting a lot of stress on myself when it comes to content. So I was like, you know what? It's fine. why don't we just do it when we have time? So I had time today, so this is what you're getting. But yeah, I think that's all I have. I don't know how to do these outros because I feel like I want to just be like, bye, but I feel like that's weird. And I don't really know how to end these videos all the time. But I think the next video I do will be possibly another, like, I don't know. I think the next video I do want to do a whole video where I talk about the fourth wing because I cannot shut up talking about it. And I feel like if I talk about it more in this video is going to be too long. And it's just, no ma'am, no. I'd also like to do a video on the entire ACOTAR series. I've been talking about that forever because I've been trying to finish Silver Flames, but it's just taking me forever because I don't know. I just don't like reading a lot of chapters because then I get in like a reading slump and then I don't read for like 2 days. So I'm like taking my time with it, which is fine. But yeah, I'd like to do a video on ACOTAR and the fourth wing, obviously separately. But besides that, I don't know what else I have to like make a video on. I can't think of anything right now. But anyway, that is all I have. Sorry this outro was very out of the ordinary. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.